last decade, technology has driven a profound shift in the way accountants work. From tax workflow automation and tax strategy to data analytics, accountants who embrace accounting technology trends are well positioned to thrive long term. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Analytics Inside podcast, where we talk about the ever evolving tech space. And I'm your host, Priya Dialani. Now, before, accountants used manual bookkeeping methods to maintain financial records. These systems typically involve painstaking tasks like recording expenses in handwritten ledgers and filing paper receipts. The age old stereotype of accountants sorting through endless cabinets of financial information wasn't always that far from the truth. However, recent advancements in accounting technology have made it easier than ever for professionals to digitize their entire bookkeeping practices. What used to take weeks now takes minutes, eliminating tedious tasks and allowing accountants more freedom, responsibility, and time. But here, what's the role of artificial intelligence and other emerging technologies? To give more insights, we have Mr. Sunil Deshmukh, Global Chair, Institute of Management Accountants USA. Hi, Sunil, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you, Priya? Good to be with you.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm doing good too. And of course, it's a pleasure to have you with us on our podcast. So let's start by, telling our listeners exactly what is the Institute of Management Accountants and what is the specialization of this organization.
Yeah, thank you. Again, thank you very much for inviting me on your podcast. I really appreciate it. And Institute of Management Accountants of America, and in short we call IMA USA, is an institute which was founded in the year 1919, 105 years back in New York in America. And this is one of the oldest management accounting body in the world. We have more than 140,000 members worldwide, spread across 150 countries. And we have a flagship qualification or certification, which is called as Certified Management Accountant, CMA, and which is a professional qualification, which is a globally recognized credential, and it is very well known in the world of corporate world, in management accounting and finance profession. And in addition to our professional qualification like CMA, we also conduct professional development and continuing education. We do a joint research with a lot of international bodies. We do a research on topics, for example, like artificial intelligence or data analytics, its impact on finance profession, that type of research also we do. We also have a chapters. It's the best opportunity and platform for our members globally to come together and explore the leadership opportunities. And of course, we create a lot of resources and tools for our professional members worldwide.
Great. Thank you for sharing that, Sunil. And it's very honorable to know about the Institute of Management Accountants America and, its role in the accounting field. But we would also like to know about you. I think you have been a C-suite and a renowned speaker, having like around 3 decades of global experience, and you have worked in Asia, Africa, Middle East, and Singapore as well. So can you tell us more about yourself, your journey till date? What exactly is your role at Institute of Management Accountants?
Yeah, thank you, Priya. To introduce myself, I'm originally a finance professional. I'm a qualified CMA from India, company secretary, a lawyer. I was the rank holder in my BCom examination, gold medalist. And then, of course, I did a CMA from USA and so many multiple careers. But roughly, I will divide my career into 2 parts. First 15 years of my career, I was a chief financial officer, head of finance and information technology of multinational companies in India, like Goodyear Tires, Foster's Beer, McDonald's India. And then later 15 years, I worked abroad in different parts of the world. I became the managing director, CEO, and group CEO across the world, managing very large companies, listed, non-listed, multinational, family-managed large conglomerate businesses. My last assignment was in Singapore, where I was a group CEO managing an infrastructure vertical for a very large family-managed business. I was handling roughly a top line of around $500 million at that point of time and managing 5 locations in different parts of the world. Now, coming to my career or my exposure with Institute of Management Accountants, I have been a member of IMA since 2010. I started actively participating in IMA activities from 2018 when I was living in Singapore. And then I started participating in chapter activities in Singapore, and eventually I shifted to India in the year 2019, end of 2019. I became a president of IMA's Mumbai chapter. Then after I became president of IMA's Pune chapter, I shifted to Pune in between. And I went on IMA's Leadership Academy as an associate dean of their mentoring program worldwide. I worked on IMA Leadership Academy for more than 3 years. Then I became a global board director of IMA from 2021. And the icing on the cake is I became the global chairman of the IMA's board of directors from 1st of July this year. I am the first Indian, first Asian to occupy this position as a global chair of IMA worldwide. And now I work with IMA as a global chairman. My responsibilities include how to ensure that IMA as a brand, CMA as a certification is well known in the world. I personally call myself as a brand ambassador of IMA globally, travel the world over, meet the students, meet the professionals, propagate the education, propagate the governance of the IMA. And of course, I work with the IMA's leadership team very closely, including the Chief Executive Officer and President of IMA. So this is my short introduction, Priya.
Great, quite an impressive journey, I must say, Sunil, and we are proud that you have been the first Asian and first Indian to be representing or handling the global chair responsibilities at IMA USA. Quite a pride moment for us too. Moving ahead, I think in the introduction we spoke about the impact of technology in the accounting field. So when it comes to tax laws and regulations, the only constant is change. To keep pace, I think relying on accounting technologies or solutions is the key. Now, I think today accountants need access to thoroughly integrated and up to date tax research and editorial insight to provide clear and meaningful guidance to their clients. Now, when we are using machine learning or artificial intelligence for that matter, I think these technologies can help accountants at all levels to find answers of tough questions and support their customers or clients with confidence. But also from a strategic perspective, I think communicating relevant information related to taxation or accountant, and helping your clients know better, is it shows as a sign of an invested and committed partner, and that means more stronger customer relationships. So I think it's probably all around impact that we are talking here in terms of using accounting technology. So we would like to know from you, what are some of the significant advancements in artificial intelligence or other technologies that are probably relevant in the accounting field?
Yeah, thank you. And great question, most relevant question in the today's world. And I will be very happy to share with you, Priya. I was on the national television Doordarshan on 23rd of July, where I was talking about our expectations from the finance ministry. It was a pre-budget discussion. I was there from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. in Delhi, Doordarshan, and 11 a.m. was the budget being declared. So I have spoken some of my few things about there. But coming to your question about the technology and advancement in technology and artificial intelligence, I would say that artificial intelligence is transforming the accounting profession. How? By increasing the efficiency, by increasing the accuracy, and giving a time to the finance professional for strategic decision making and not the number crunching. Some of the areas which I thought are going to get impacted are transforming the accounting and finance profession is the automated data entry system. In olden days, we used to do data entries manually. Now your system can do the data entries for you. So automating the data entry, we can use intelligent audit tools because of the technology now, which were not in existence previously. One of the most important aspect in a finance professional's career is creating the futuristic scenarios, predictive analysis. So all this work of financial planning, budgeting, and predictive analysis, trends, financial trends, and all those things, this all can be done now with the help of artificial intelligence. In addition to that, we have concepts or tools like robotics process automation, RPA, which is streamlining the routine tasks, like invoicing, reconciliations, and payroll. Then we have machine learning algorithms, which analyze the large database. Accountants carry huge database. So how to analyze that large database, create insights out of that, and use it for the forecasting or decision making. So all these tools, all these processes, all these new aspects of artificial intelligence are definitely going to impact finance and accounting profession, but I would say very positively in the interest of accuracy, efficiency, time management.
Phyllis, I think you highlighted a couple of very significant impacts of artificial intelligence or machine learning in terms of accounting. And in the end, you also mentioned that, I think we need more precision. And when you're talking about the financial industry, I think the entire industry thrives on precision and efficiency. So I think even if there are like small or minor errors in data analysis or risk assessment, it can have its own cascading consequences. And with the ever increasing complexity of financial instruments and globalized markets, the need for faster and more accurate financial processes is paramount. So here's what most experts emphasize: the use of artificial intelligence. So while I'm talking about the minor errors, I want to understand how artificial intelligence can help in reducing the errors, and is it true, like is it can it really help in reducing errors, and is it helps in improving the accuracy of financial records also? So if you can explain how it actually works, would be great.
Yeah, thanks. And it's an interesting question and very relevant to the current finance professionals, accounting professionals. One is definitely the artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the financial record keeping by reducing the errors and by enhancing the precision. Now, some of the areas where this accuracy and precision can help is one is obviously the most fundamental job of a finance professional is data entry. Now, data entry being a very low end work for an accountant or a finance professional now can be easily taken over by the artificial intelligence based tools and programs. Now, advantage here is a human error can happen in a data entry, whereas a machine will not make that error if provided your algorithms of the data entry are duly audited, properly settled, and you take care of those from time to time. Machines don't get fatigued, humans get fatigued, right? So that's a big advantage. Another advantage is as a human being, we tend to work during the office hours, which could be say 8 to 5, 9 to 6, or whatever. Whereas when a machine does a data entry, it's a real-time processing. You may have entered a transaction at 12:30 p.m. in the midnight. A machine can pick up that transaction and pass the entry. For example, let's take in a McDonald's restaurant or any restaurant you go for having a late night food. Now, you won't have an accountant sitting there at that point of time. But because of artificial intelligence driven programs, the real time processing of data has become possible. Advanced reconciliation, a lot of accounting and finance time goes on reconciling the books of accounts, be it creditors ledger, be it customers ledger, or be it bank reconciliation. Now, all these reconciliation work can be easily done by the algorithms created through the artificial intelligence. And this can be again done on real-time basis. No need to wait till the end of the month, ask for the statement and then do the reconciliation. All those things are already taken care on real-time basis. Error detection algorithms can also be introduced into your database. So these algorithms can identify where are the possible areas of errors happening in your bookkeeping and accounting. They can identify that and they can bring it to the knowledge of finance manager, finance controller, or a CFO. So all these capabilities of artificial intelligence can easily streamline the financial process, leading to a very accurate and reliable and real-time financial recording.
Yeah, now it definitely makes sense, and thank you for helping us understand the importance of AI in reducing errors and how it can enhance the accuracy of records as well. But while implementing the latest accounting technology is not the only way to attract new talent, I think it provides a foundation for what prospective employees want. Probably, they want more high value work, flexible working arrangements, or increased productivity and more support to grow. Like in the earlier I mentioned that long time ago accounting was more related, it's a more of a daunting process where they had to go to each financial information and do their tax compliance. So it's kind of a very painstaking process. But now with the emergence of these technologies, I think we are more shifting to smarter work and smarter accounting, and that's where the employees are also shifting their viewpoints towards these changes. So if there is one thing that's certain, it's that upcoming talent expect more technology and automation in their workplaces. And we're talking about accountants, and when the accountants are working in multinational corporations, even they are expecting certain sort of automation or the use of emerging technology to help simplify their work at their work. places. So when we're talking about these, I think it's not just that you want to work with automation, but
Mhm.
to work automation and AI also you need certain skill sets. So
Yep.
what are certain skills that accounting professions should develop in order to work effectively with AI?
Yeah, absolutely. Means the external world is changing so fast. You need to have your finance and accounting team ready to take these challenges. And for that, so what happens, Priya, is that the finance professional need to keep on upgrading their skill set. Being a management qualified, or let's say CMA or a chartered accountant or a cost accountant, is the one aspect of getting into a good job. But to be keeping updated, keeping yourself abreast, one need to be aware that what's happening in the technological field, and they need to enhance their skills. They need to harness these skills on a continuous basis. And this could be like, for example, data analysis. Now, ability to interpret and utilize large database is a skill set which is not provided to finance professional, or may not be provided to finance professionals when they are doing their qualification. So finance professionals need to get into that skill set development, how to analyze the data. Second could be the technical proficiency. Now you know the data, but how to make use of that data with the help of artificial intelligence based tools. Now it's a technique, or it's a technical proficiency which is not being taught to finance professionals. They need to learn that, they need to understand that skill set, or they need to get that training. Next part, I would say that how the processes get automated. Now, process automation in the plant and manufacturing is a very common thing, or it's a common sense. But process automation with the help of artificial intelligence in the finance function, or in the supply chain function, or in the payroll function is possible now because of AI and because of all other tools. So finance professionals need to understand how to automate the processes, how to create the routine tasks through a workflow, and how to write an algorithm for that. Cybersecurity awareness is another area. You know what happened a few days back, and we all have faced the problem. So cybersecurity is a reality. So how to protect your data, how to protect your financial data, how to protect your books of accounts. For that, having a basic understanding and knowledge of cybersecurity is a key for finance professional to enhance their skills. Continuous learning is another area. I would keep saying that finance professionals need to ensure that they keep on updating, upgrading their knowledge on different parts of technology, be it data analysis, be it machine learning, be it artificial intelligence, or be it even communication or storytelling or presentation. And one of the most important aspect in all this technology driven world is ethical consideration. How do we ensure that whatever the technology is doing is ethical and falls within the governance or the regulatory requirements? And that is also an area which finance professional, accounting professional need to enhance their knowledge and get into that knowledge sharing and training.
Right. Yeah, you rightly mentioned, and I think my next question is also about the ethical consideration and challenges that you mentioned. That it's important that they have knowledge also about it. But when you're talking about the benefits of artificial intelligence in the accounting profession or auditing profession, there is a gradual awakening to the fact that unintended consequences may also arise. Thus, we need to we heed to the call of numerous researchers to not only explore the benefits of AI but also investigate the ethical implications on uses of these emerging technology. And that's what you just mentioned in your response, that it's important to have knowledge also about these things. But I feel that, okay, one hand, you do have knowledge about the ethical challenges and considerations, but that's just not enough. Just having knowledge is not enough. What you really need are certain practices or best practices as to how you can address these ethical challenges as well. So, I mean, if you would can help us understand like certain ways or certain practices or a strategy probably that could help organizations prepare themselves that when they're adopting or integrating AI in the accounting streams or accounting department, how they can address the ethical challenges. And I think some of the challenges that people are really talking about ethically is data privacy or even job displacement for that matter. So how do you think that organization can deal with these changes?
I agree with you, and thanks for raising this very valid question, because ethical challenges are very, very important in AI-driven world, and we can see that currently there are no fixed regulations, or there is no fixed protocols which everyone follows and complies with. So it is also a duty of organizations and corporates to ensure that the ethical challenges are followed on their own rather than someone else coming and telling you. But some of the challenges are on data privacy. And when I say data privacy means one need to implement a robust data protection protocols. Now, data is available, but how to ensure that data is protected and how to ensure that data privacy is maintained by the organization. And there are regulations like GDPR and different countries in Europe there are regulation. I used to live in Singapore, there are regulations. But companies on their own need to ensure that there are data protection protocols followed by company. They should have their own policies, their own standard operating procedures, and they should ensure compliance with the privacy regulations, be it internal regulations or be it external regulations. Other area you spoke about the job displacement. Now, job displacement because of technology is not a new thing to the world at large. But I don't think job displacement is a huge area of concern, according to me. Providing training, providing retraining, providing upskilling programs to the employees, and allowing them to work and experiment with the artificial intelligence based tools, I think will help them to get a confidence that they are not going to lose their job if they are when trained, they are able to work on a technology driven finance and accounting world, and they will leverage these roles. Means every single person want to learn new things as far as their functional expertise is concerned. Other area I thought is very important on ethical considerations and data privacy is the transparency. How to maintain the clear documentation of whatever artificial intelligence based decision making process you are implementing in your organization. You need to have transparency in that. You need to create an accountability and explainability. You need to be accountable, but you also need to explain how it works, where it works, and how the algorithm works, who is auditing that algorithm, if something goes wrong, who is responsible, if something is not working. So all those things need to be created. And other area which I have been exploring or talking a lot is a bias. Artificial intelligence based data creates a lot of biases. So this bias mitigation is another aspect that one need to understand. Even I would say before the employees, organization needs to understand that how we do regularly audit of AI algorithms and biases, how do we implement measures to ensure that there is a fairness and impartiality, right? AI hallucination and biases. Now, these are the real life problems. Corporates as well as finance professionals need to proactively understand these problems and ethically integrate artificial intelligence into their accounting practices.
Yeah, Sunil, I think you very well spoke about the bias and the transparency, fairness. I think that also matters because when we are building models, AI models, and trying to integrate them across business functions and processes, these problems tend to crop up, and especially the AI bias. I think while there are experts who have been talking about AI bias and trying to work around solutions to address these problems, I think we need more awareness around these problems, and so that we all collectively can work towards this and ensure that while we are relying on these technologies, it is very important that they are giving us a benefit, and the benefits outweigh the challenges and the concerns that come with using AI in different processes and not just accounting. But when you spoke about certain challenges, definitely, and, we have the ethical considerations, we have other challenges. But I think a lot of organizations or accounting firms are facing trouble or certain challenges when they're trying to integrate certain accounting related technologies in their existing ecosystem, their existing tools and processes. So, what do you think there are certain challenges that these accounting firms are facing when they're integrating AI into actual use?
Yeah, I would say there are multiple challenges, and let's be very honest. Implementing artificial intelligence-based accounting practices is not so easy, even though we can talk big things very easily. When it comes to the implementation in a small firm or a medium size, or even a small SME, MSME type of organization, it's not that easy. I would say that one is they need to start small. I means don't think big things like what Google is doing or what Facebook is doing or what big companies are doing. That's a different ball game altogether. One should start small, implement artificial intelligence in a very specific area to demonstrate the benefits and to create a confidence within the organization or within that firm. Maybe choose one area of reconciliation, maybe choose one area of data entry, use the AI based tools, see how it is working, see the response of the finance team within the department and all those things. And then gradually scale up based on the initial success. So start small, look for a success. Once you're comfortable, once there is an experience, then you start gradually scaling up. That's one aspect. Second is all these firms, small organization, medium organizations, they need to invest in training, providing artificial intelligence and data analytics training to their staff, fostering the culture for continuous learning. These are the two very, very important things. And this training is a continuous process, according to me. You cannot say that, oh, I've given training at the beginning of the year, now I'm done with my training, people should work on their own. No, it's a continuous process, it's a continuous learning. The AI based training and tools are changing so fast. By the time you finish your training, a new tool would have been introduced. So continuous learning, continuous training is very important. Other aspect I would say that is firms, medium size, small size, they need to look at is focus on return on investment, highlighting on the long-term cost saving and efficiency gains. See, it will take some time for you initially to implement these AI-based, AI-driven solutions, but definitely the return on investment, the return on accuracy, the return on efficiency is much, much higher than what you and me can think of when it is really implemented. And this may take some time initially. It is not going to happen within 6 months or 1 year, but over a period of 2 to 3 years, one can easily see the return on investment. And then based on this case study or this sort of, I call it democratizing the artificial intelligence within your organization, you start expanding it, leverage this expertise, what you have been successful, start deploying it in other departments within your organization, and start telling the people the stories that, oh, we have done this thing, it worked very well, let's try it here. And of course, in this entire process, ensure that there is a transparency, ethical considerations are being handled properly, and employees are being trained again and again. And if some employees may not get comfortable with these things initially, but we need to take all these people together and the transition happens. And then I would say it is a real transformation within that small or medium-sized firm or enterprise.
Yes, I completely agree with you, Sunil. And I think when we are talking about integrating AI and automation, it's just not a technological upgrade we are doing. It's more of a strategic decision, a strategic imperative for enhancing the speed and accuracy of financial operations. And as accounting or financial organizations are striving to remain competitive and compliant in a very rapidly evolving market, we really need a thoughtful integration of AI that can help them unlock the efficiencies and insights effectively that way with and mitigating the challenges that we discussed earlier. So having said that, one last question for you, Sunil, would be what do you think or what trends do you think will take place in the coming years when you're talking about AI and accounting?
It is very difficult to, I'm not an astrologer, I'm just jokingly saying, but the future trends in artificial intelligence, particularly with respect to finance and accounting profession, I would say that it's going to change drastically in next 3 to 5 years, definitely. Some of the things which comes to my mind as of now is increased automation. More and more, and Gen Z, millennials, and all this new generations, they want to do more of a quality work than a quantity work. Accounting being a number crunching, more of a low hanging fruit to them. Now they can see that with the automation, increased automation, there is a lot of quality work being happening in accounting. So I think increased automation will happen more on accounting and finance side. Predictive analysis and predictive analytics, most of the finance professional job in future will be interpreting the numbers rather than computing the numbers, or rather than crunching the numbers, creating a profit and loss and balance sheet and reconciliation. I would say majority of the work will be done by the systems and AI tools. So the time available with the finance professional will be to analyze the data, create insights from this data, and help management to take the quality decisions as far as business is concerned. Integration is going to be a challenge because most of the companies, organizations have multiple platforms on which multiple systems are working. Now, how do you integrate all these things together? Someone may have SAP, someone may have Oracle Financial, Tally, HR, payroll software, different. So integration of all this technological platform into one cohesive system is definitely going to be a big challenge, and it will keep on happening every year. Problem is with this is that it is changing so fast. By the time you do something, a new version of that might have come or a new technology might have come. Other than this, I would say some of the other aspects of integration, I would say, is risk management. One of the very important role a finance professional plays in a corporate world or in a company is risk management. Now, the risk management tools, sophisticated risk management tools may come through artificial intelligence algorithms, and that will help their job of reducing the financial risk or different types of risk, enhancing the ability to catch the frauds. Fraud detection is another aspect. Because of technology, it will become much easier, and the finance professional will enjoy that part of the work. Personalized financial advice, a lot of personal financial advice, what we do today, for example, my own investments or your own investments. Artificial intelligence based tools can advise you where to invest, how to invest, why to invest, when to invest. So all this work, which is currently we outsource go to a expert, financial planning expert, might be done through the artificial intelligence based platforms up to a level. And most important is, I would say over a period of next 3 to 5 to 10 years, ethical and transparent AI will get developed, and we all will have some sort of solace that at least there is some ethical, at least there is some governance framework, and we will follow this governance framework. And finance people will say that, oh my God, at least there is some satisfaction that something is taken care of within the rule of law or within the framework of law.
Yes, I completely agree. And I think the future of accounting industry overall will see like a major shift in not just some basic accounting services, but majorly into providing data analysis, deriving insights from it, guiding the clients, providing tax strategies and advisory services, and I think much more. From consulting on new regulations to providing guidance on business expansion, accountants can strengthen their client relationships while also showcasing the staff and prospective employees that accounting is more than just tedious compliance work. And that's a combination that will ensure success for accountants both now and in the future as well. Well, thank you so much, Sunil. It was a pleasure having you with us on a podcast. I think we unlocked some great insights as to the role of AI and automation in accounting and what are certain things that organizations should keep in mind when integrating these technologies, and of course, what accountants should be prepared for, and the best practices that they should follow in terms of adopting such technologies. So, thank you so much for your time and effort, and I think it was a great one.
Thank you, Priya. My pleasure talking to you. And I think with all the discussion, there is some glamour coming back to the accounting and finance profession, and young and new generation students will join the finance profession more
Yeah.
enthusiastic.
Yes, definitely. I think that was much needed. We have been seeing a long pause kind of situation where people were exploring different streams of their career. And I think accounting and tax and compliance probably was at standstill. But of course, I think with these technologies, we can definitely expect more glamour in the accounting.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunil. So this is for our listeners. Stay tuned for our upcoming podcast, and you can view and listen all our previous podcasts on Spotify and other leading platforms. Thank you so much.